Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you a very easy way to set up a WhatsApp AI sales agent. This agent can respond to any incoming WhatsApp chat. It can capture relevant data from the lead inside of the CRM. It can determine if the lead is qualified or not, and if so, try and set up a meeting with the lead. And it can respond to any questions of the lead by using the company's knowledge base. So I wanted to make this video because I just sold this solution to a marketing agency and the setup really is quite simple. You don't need any official WhatsApp API, use any code or any crazy chatbot flow. You can literally set something like this up in less than 30 minutes. And the use cases are quite powerful. For example, this marketing agency actually uses 4 full-time sales agents just to respond to incoming WhatsApp chats for themselves and their clients. But after this automation, the owner's thinking of reducing that down to 1. So quite powerful solutions you can build with this very easy setup. So let's dive in and I'll show you how to set it up. So the softwares we'll be using for this agent are, first of all, Agentive. Agentive is basically an AI agent builder, basically just like a custom GPT or the OpenAI assistant. The big difference is with Agentive, we can very easily deploy our AI agent onto our WhatsApp. Agentive is still for free because I think they're still on the beta version, but it works quite well. So take advantage because I think they're going to charge soon. And then, of course, our AI agent will actually need a tool. We need to equip it with a tool because we need to update the CRM and actually qualify the lead. So that's where we're going to use Relevance AI. Relevance AI is an AI agent, an AI tool builder. I'm going to show you this in detail later. And lastly, we have our HubSpot CRM. Of course, you can switch this out for your own software or CRM very easily. So how is our agent set up? Of course, we have our AI agent here, which we give a prompt on how to interact with the lead and what to do, what the goal is, and what information to capture in this case. And also we equip it with a knowledge base so it can respond to any questions the lead might have about the company's services. So basically we instruct this agent to first ask for some information, right? Like the name, website, and marketing goals. And then we instruct it to run the tool as soon as it has captured that data. So the inputs for our qualification and update CRM tool in Relevance AI are name, website, and goals. And based on those inputs, we're going to run our tool. We're going to scrape the LinkedIn. We're going to check for the company size, the location, the industry, or any other relevant data points. And then based on that data, we're going to decide if the lead is qualified or not. In this case, the company had to have more than 5 employees based in US or Europe, and it had to be in a specific industry. So the outcome of this, let's say the lead was qualified, the tool will report that back to the AI agent. And then we instruct, of course, the AI agent to say, if the lead is qualified, then try and set up a meeting. And if not, politely mention we're not a good match at the moment, right? So very simple setup. Also, if the lead is qualified, our tool will also automatically update our CRM, our HubSpot CRM. So very easy setup. Now I'll show you first Agentive, how it's set up, and then I'll show you Relevance. So here we are in my Agentive dashboard. You can just sign up for a free account. The link is also in the description below. Once you're in your dashboard, you can create a new agent here, but I'll show you the one I've already set up. So you can see basically consists of 3 things, which is the prompt, a knowledge, and tools, which is very similar to the OpenAI assistant or custom GPTs. So for my prompt, I always use my prompting tool, which will also be available for free in the description below. I use this to create my prompts. Basically, you give it some context, conversion context, knowledge, and tools, and then it sort of outputs the right prompt and the right structure of your prompt to get it as good as possible. So I can give you a brief overview of my prompt. So first of all, the role, act as Ben, a professional sales representative and appointment setter for Force Factory AI. So in this case, of course, I use my own company, engaging with potential prospects for our AI agency via WhatsApp. Then we have our task. Your primary objective is to greet the lead, thank them for reaching out, and determine if they're qualified for a meeting with Force Factory AI. You'll do this by asking a few questions to gather necessary information, then using the provided tool to assess qualification. If the lead is qualified, encourage them to book a meeting through a provided Calendly link. And if the lead is unqualified, kindly inform them that we are not a good fit at the moment. Additionally, answer any questions about Force Factory using only the provided knowledge base. So just a brief overview in the task part. And then we have the SOP, which in my experience is very important in these agents. It's sort of a step-by-step what it should do, right? So greet and thank the user for reaching out, ask for their name, ask questions to gather information, right? Which we're going to use as inputs for our qualification tool. Use the gathered information with the qualified contact and update CRM tool to determine if the lead is qualified or unqualified. If qualified, encourage the lead to book a meeting using the Calendly link. If unqualified, inform the lead that we're not a good fit at the moment. Answer any questions using the provided knowledge base. Do not mention the use of tools or the knowledge base. That one, in my experience, is very important. I've doubled down on that one a few times in this prompt because, of course, we don't want the agent to say, hey, I am using the qualification tool now to see if you're a good fit for us. No, we don't want any of that. So we have another section which is helpful, is the tools and knowledge base section, where we give it a little bit more context on the tools it's being provided with, what they have to input and what they get back from them. So here I basically double down on that again, and also again say here, you will never mention that you're using a tool, have been equipped with a tool, or have used a tool. Then the examples part, I usually just put an example conversation here, which also helps a lot in terms of the tone of voice. If you don't do that, what I see is they tend to sort of, write like ChatGPT, way too long, the answers. Like in the end, this is a WhatsApp chat. Nobody responds in 500 words. They need to be short, brief conversations. So this example part will help with that. And then lastly, in the notes part, there's just some things you want to double down on. For example, keep responses very brief and suitable for WhatsApp messaging. Avoid long text. Do not mention the knowledge base again, or tools. Avoid phrases that reference the source of your information, and some other things here. Please ask the question separately. Don't send a list of questions, because otherwise it starts asking this information all in one long message. But yeah, this is just a prompt. Highly recommend you use the prompting tool. It'll save you a lot of time. Then you can choose your model here too. In this case, I highly recommend using GPT-4o. If you have not, you do have to connect your OpenAI API key to Agentive, because of course you will be paying through OpenAI in the end for this, because the platform itself is free. Then we have a knowledge base here. Now I've just set up a simple knowledge base here. I probably didn't follow best practices, but it works. And basically what I did is just a brief overview of my company, the services my company offers, some of the benefits of these services, and then a FAQ, like common questions and answers. And again, probably not the best practice for setting up a knowledge base, but it works. So we can feed in a PDF or docs. I think I created a PDF out of this, and you can just add it here. Right, it's very easy. You can just upload it, and then you toggle on enable knowledge base. That's it. And then lastly, we have tools, which we're going to use Relevance AI for, and I'll show you now how to set that Relevance AI tool up, and also how to import it into this, or it's a very similar process for custom GPT or OpenAI Assistant too. So let's jump over to Relevance AI. So here we are. So here we are on my dashboard. If you haven't never worked with Relevance AI yet, I do recommend you check out my full tutorial on Relevance AI on my YouTube channel. But I do give you a brief overview in this video too of how this tool is set up and how you can maybe customize it to your use case. Also, the template will be for free in the description below. So if you want to follow along while I'm talking, you can by just cloning this tool, and you'll have it in your own Relevance AI. So I can show you how this tool is set up. So here we have the qualified contact and update CRM. So you want to actually mention the name of this tool, right, to your agent, especially if you're going to work with multiple tools. You want to be very clear which tool to use when. And also we have a description of the tool here, which is describing to the agent what this tool actually does. So this is important to also fill in. Now, in this case, we can add a knowledge base, but we're not using it because we already equipped the agent with a knowledge base. Now, if you don't know Relevance AI, it really consists of those three things, right? Knowledge, user inputs, and then we have our steps where we're going to perform our actions. Right now, in this case, our user inputs are the lead name. Again, we have a description here, which we have to describe because the agent's going to read that to know what to put in this user input. So in this case, lead name, we store that in a variable name. Then we have website, the website, of course, we store that in website. And we have the marketing objectives of the lead, which we store in another variable. These variables we're then going to use in the next steps or actions. So first we start, because what's the end goal of this? The best way to find information on this company is by scraping their LinkedIn profile. Usually these data points for qualification are very easily scrapable from the LinkedIn profile. So that's usually my go-to thing for lead qualification or lead enrichment. So how do we do that? We're first going to do a Google search to actually find the company's LinkedIn. So we use the built-in Google search API. If you don't know, you could just go here and add, right, Google API, Google Search API. And then this box here is basically just a search query. So in this case, we add the variable of the website, right? And we add in LinkedIn. So I can give you an example and we can show you better. Let's say we have Jennifer from slack.com. And the marketing objectives are, let's say, Google, get more leads through Google Ads. So let's run it, and then I can show you the outputs step by step. So in that first output, you can see we do the Google search for LinkedIn plus the company, right? And then we get basically in the output here all the Google search results. Now that we're going to store in a variable, and in the next step, we use an LLM, an AI, to extract the right URL from these Google search results for Slack's LinkedIn profile, right? So that's what we're doing by using these variables. So we say, right, you're an expert researcher that specializes in analyzing Google search results and extracting the most likely company LinkedIn URL of Slack, which is this variable. And then here in the end, we feed it the Google search results, right? This is another variable. And then you can see the output of this is the actual LinkedIn profile. Then we're going to scrape that LinkedIn profile in also a built-in LinkedIn scraper tool from Relevance AI. All we have to do is feed it the URL. So in this case, we're going to feed it the variable here. And you can see it's scraped the LinkedIn profile. In this case, we have all these data points. Now, these are a lot of data points. So we're going to add in another AI to only reduce it down to the relevant data points for us. So in this case, company headquarters, company summary, and employees, the amount of employees. Now, again, we do that by giving it the variable of the previous step. Now we actually want to have this information, these 3 data points, in 3 separate variables. Why? Because later we're going to actually update our CRM with these data points. So we don't want to have one block of text because we can't update each column of our CRM with the relevant information if we have one block of text. So how do we do that? We do that by telling the AI in this step to output here. It's vital you will output your findings in a valid JSON format. Right now, why do we do that? Because JSON basically allows us to have different variables. So you can see we get a little bit of code here with 3 variables: the amount of employees, the company summary, and company headquarters. And then we're going to use also built-in Relevance AI a convert string to JSON step, where we output again this variable into that, and there will actually get those 3 data points and put them in 3 different variables. So here you can see we have the company headquarters in one variable, company summary in one variable, and the employee in one variable. Then here we're going to actually determine if this lead is qualified or not. So here we're going to decide our criteria. So in this case, the company is based in US or Europe. The company has more than 9 employees. So we feed these results to the AI and say, decide if this lead is qualified or not. Right. And in this case, qualified, of course, it's Slack. So this is actually the message we're going to send back to our agent. So in the last step, you can see we have another step here, but I'll show you this first. So the tool output, I'm going to put here at configure at manual, right? Because we don't want this last step, the HubSpot step, where we get some weird data back. We don't want to report that back to the agent. So we actually, instead of last step, we select manual here, right? And then we can add a custom variable, right? So in this case, we're going to send this message, this variable to the agent, qualified. So we could just choose that one here. So we type it in. Where is it? Lead qualification must be in the end. Yes, here it is. And now our tool will output only this variable. We can add more if we want, but in this case, we don't have to. And then lastly, we have our HubSpot API call where we're going to update the lead, but only if the lead was qualified. So in this case, we set up a condition. So I set up a condition here. You have that option, right? Should this step run? Only if lead qualification answer, this variable equals qualified, right? Because if not, we don't want to update our CRM because it's not a lead we want to work with. So in this case, we use HubSpot, right? The method for creating a new lead inside of HubSpot, we have to use post. You actually have already an integration in Relevance AI, so it makes it a little bit easier, but then you have the path, which in this case is the path to make a new contact. And here we have the body, where basically here we have the properties inside of HubSpot, and here we have the variables of of us, which we could just put in. Let's say we want to put in the name, the company summary, the lead qualification, the marketing objectives, the amount of employees, and the website. So we could just use the variables we used here and add them in by the double brackets. So that's it. Of course, this will be different if you have a different CRM, but it's not rocket science if you put a little bit of effort in it. Now, of course, lastly, we do have to give this tool to the actual agent in Agentive. Now, Relevance has a very useful feature where we can actually very easily export this and give it to the agent in Agentive, but also to the OpenAI assistant or custom GPT. It's the same process. So if we go to tools here, you go to new, and there you have an option, which is custom actions GPTs. So here we can actually export our tool. So if we click here on the tool, then we go custom authorization. We can generate the API key here and paste in OpenAI schema. So we can generate the OpenAI schema. We copy that. We go back to Agentive. And here we can add it in. So let me delete this one so I can show you how it's set up. So you can go here, upload tool. You just copy in what you just copied. Then you add in the authentication. In this case, we're going to do custom. We're going to add in our API key. I'm not going to show you my API key, but if you click here, your API key will be generated. You copy that, you paste it in here, and here you put in authorization. That's it. So once you've done that, all you do is click Create Tools, and now our tool is imported inside of our agent here. So before deploying it to WhatsApp, let's test it out here quickly. So let's say I'm an inbound lead from their website. Hi, how are you? Hi, I'm good. Thank you for reaching out. Can I ask you a few questions to get started? Yes, of course. My name is, let's put another name. Let's just ask him, what's yours? Nice to meet you, Oscar. I'm Ben. What are your marketing goals? So good. It responded as me. My goals are to get more leads with Instagram ads. Got it. What's your company website? Now, let's actually not take my company because I'm unqualified. I don't have more than 9 employees. So let's put Airbnb.com just as an example. And now, of course, in the background, it's running the lead qualification tool to check if my company is actually qualified and to update the CRM if we're qualified. So perfect. Let's set up a meeting to discuss how we can help you achieve your goals. You can book a convenient time using my Calendly link. So perfect. It qualified it. Now let's check our HubSpot if it actually added it in. So if we go to contacts, so let's say create it today, we can see it added it in, right? And also we can check actually inside of Relevance AI if this tool is run in Relevance AI. So we go to tools here, you can check, you go to use and you go to logs, you can see it ran 1 minute ago, right? And you can see the details here too. So you can see it fill it out correctly, right? With the website, get more leads with Instagram ads, right? Oscar. So it works now. So the last step is going to be to deploy our agent onto WhatsApp. Now here we have an option of deploy where we can not only deploy this very easily on WhatsApp, but also on Messenger and Instagram. We can also have custom code, or we can put it on our website very easily. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to focus on WhatsApp. Now, they have an integration with WhatsApp, which makes it a lot easier. That's why you don't need the official WhatsApp API. So how does it work, right? You go to click on Connect WhatsApp. All right, you click on your account. Now you do need you need a Facebook business account, right? A business portfolio. So if you don't have one, you do have to create one, right? So in business.facebook.com, you do have to create a business portfolio. So if you have that, right, you can go here. Now, if you create your business portfolio, there's one thing important. The first time you put in your name of your business portfolio, ideally that's the same name as you're going to use as the display name for your WhatsApp, right? Because if you don't, there's a risk that they will not allow you to get that display name. So either you need the name of your business portfolio, the one you put in the first time, because if you change it after, it's not valid, or your actual business name if you're going to verify it. It's not necessary, but if you're going to verify it, you can also use your business name inside of your business info, your legal business name. I actually have a verified account, but it's a little bit of a hassle, so not necessary. So if you're there, right, you just click ahead, right, you choose your business portfolio, and then you choose a WhatsApp business account. Now, I have a few, so in your case, you'd actually choose create a WhatsApp, a new one, right? New one, right? Then we go here, create, select a WhatsApp business profile. We also create a new one. So go to next. So here's the WhatsApp business account name, right? Now you can see here, your audience will not see. This is not that important. We can give it any name we want. This one is the important one. You can see they already suggest that I put Force Factory AI, because your display name should match your business and adhere to WhatsApp business display name guidelines, right? So the guidelines basically say that you can't just have a random name or a person's name or etc. It has to do with your business. Of course, you can change it a little. In my case, I could, for example, put Force Factory, also probably get accepted, but don't do something completely different. Then you have your category. In my experience, not that important. Other, right? We can just give this a name too. Then we go next. And then because they have a native integration with WhatsApp, we can actually get a number from them right away. We don't even have to buy a number. So we can see, get a free WhatsApp number. We can get a free WhatsApp number. Okay, now here I'm running into an issue because you already have linked the maximum number of phone numbers allowed for this business account. You already have like 3. So in my case, it's not going to be allowed. But for you, this is basically the last step, and then it will be deployed onto that WhatsApp. Then you can just sort of save that number that they will generate. In the next step, they will show you the number. Save that number in your phone. And once you're back here, I can show you the one of my agents that's actually deployed. So now we're on my WhatsApp. Let's try it out. Hi there. Just saw your company and I'm interested in some services. That's fantastic. Can I get your company's website and your marketing goals to understand your needs better? So let's say right now we are an unqualified lead, just to show you that he understands that too. So let's say we have a company outside of the US or Europe. My company website is newbank.com, Brazilian company. And I want to get more leads through SEO. Thank you for the details. Unfortunately, at the moment, our services are primarily tailored for companies based in the US or Europe. We might not be the best fit for your needs right now. Feel free to reach out in the future and we hope to assist you. We can assist you then. So perfect. It disqualified me. I also didn't update the CRM. Let's do one more test just to check if it uses the knowledge base correctly. So let's just say, what kind of services do you offer? We offer a range of AI-driven services designed to help. So you can see this comes from my knowledge base. So that works perfectly too. So as you can see, quite a simple setup, and you can do so much more with this. This is just an example, but of course you can imagine that the use cases for this are endless by providing these AI agents with different prompts and different tools and letting them interact with different softwares. You can really build out anything, and you can deploy them on WhatsApp, on your website or company's website, on Instagram, on Facebook, Messenger. So quite a lot of powerful applications for this. So I wanted to ask you guys too, if you have any suggestion for a next video or a build you want me to do, please let me know in the comments below. I will really take them into consideration to make my next videos. If you got any value out of this, I highly appreciate if you can like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.